Hi there, and welcome to week 8 of the semester. I'm actually recording this at the end of week 7, and I'm going to be out of town for the weekend. I have a half marathon that I'm participating in out of the area on Sunday, so I'm recording this in advance. A few things that, if I have some things that I missed and come up with me next week, I'll just send you an email update at that time. And I just want to look back at week 7. Topic proposals, thanks for folks for getting those in. If you have not got your topic proposal in, or if we're still back and forth in conversation, I, over the weekend, had limited access to email, so if we didn't resolve that with your first proposal or submission, we might be in the process of that early in the week. So please make sure you follow up and get that topic approved. On Tuesday, I will be adding the response groups to the link for this week. So stay tuned for that so you can get your essay plan and outline posted there. Last week, I just wanted to reflect back and look at the fact I really enjoyed the Writer's Toolbox activity. I had a chance to go in and see some great resources actually that people provided folks on some of the areas that they struggle with. So that was really helpful. The analytical response, folks did a good job choosing initial topics and then posting within them. So thanks to the groups of people who got those strands started on that discussion board. Sort of a nice way to do things with a little bit of different grouping and a little bit more of options for all of you. So thanks for your reflections and your thoughts on the topic of food and society. It's been really interesting to hear people's experiences with, and it's a topic that people can generally relate to pretty closely. So I'm interested to see how that's been going. Starting this week, in week 8, we'll be doing some essay conferences. So please make sure you have signed up for your conference. If you missed the window where I was doing scheduling for that, which closed on Monday, please get in touch with me to schedule your conference so that you can get your feedback on your second essay. If you're meeting with me in week 8, it might be earlier in the stages in outline form, and in week 9 it will be more of a complete draft, and that's fine. I can give you assistance at any time. Please just remember to share your progress report and your outline or draft with me by the deadline that you signed up for. And I look forward to seeing how those things are developing based on what your topic proposals were about. This week, you're going to be doing a Writer's Toolbox reflection, which is just shared with me. And this is actually about food and society. And I'm going to be asking you to specifically use some of the templates for giving meta commentary, commenting yourself and inserting your ideas into a paper and really emphasizing things that give you a voice within the essays that you're writing. And so I want you to practice that this week with the Writer's Toolbox. So you'll be sharing that, and make sure you highlight the places where you use those templates so it's evident how you're incorporating this information into your own writing. You're also going to be participating in an outline and draft response group, and we'll have the protocols. As I said, I'll have the links up for that by Tuesday, so you can then post anytime after that. You'll be able to post your outline or early draft to share with your group members. Remember when you're posting these to make sure that you share your what you want people to help you with. Okay, at the beginning of before you have your outline or your draft, right at the top of the page there, go ahead and explain what type of assistance you'd like from people. It might help to review the composing response group letters overview to remind yourself of some of the language and the things that you might want assistance with. And I think that it's really helpful, particularly in the early stages. You may even just be looking for additional ideas or people's thoughts. How would they solve this problem? What type of effects do they think it has on society? I mean, it might give you some good ideas for additional information to generate and to be able to identify what type of questions your readers might have. And so your response group can really serve as a good and effective early sort of focus group for you, for helping you continue with your draft. This is the final week to add resources to the Food and Society research collections. So again, people have been sharing some interesting resources and links and websites and articles on the research collections. And I think we're getting close. We're at midterm now, and so things have tapered a little bit. So make sure that you sort of get those on there by this Sunday. This will be the final week that we're contributing to these collections, and then next week you'll do a self-assessment on that, and we'll be moving on to our new topic next week, which is actually, if you get a preview in week 9, is about the American dream. Okay, so we'll be continuing, of course, with the essay response and draft next week in conferences, but our theme is going to shift. We always have that period of overlap between the two topics. That's about it for week 8. It is midterm. Grades are pretty much caught up. You need to take a look at your grade book regularly. Some of you are sort of in the 50 to 60% range. There's still plenty of time to bring your grade into a passing score for that. If you're lower than that, it may be a pretty big struggle to actually get yourself up to passing before the end of the semester. If you have questions about your grades, please let me know. I mean, right now, a couple missed assignments, particularly in the response groups or the conferences. A lower grade means that you have a significantly low grade for that portion of the class, but there are a lot more assignments within that category that will help to average some of that out. But now's the time at midterm that you really need to take an assessment about where you stand in the class. If you're concerned about it or you have questions about your grade, please email me at any time. I do have office hours weekly on campus, and I'm also happy to schedule another time to meet with you if you have questions or concerns. I think that's it for this week. Please let me know if you have questions. Hope all your midterms are going well, and I'll see you on Moodle. Bye-bye.